You finished up today then with everything, is that right?
Yeah, my class is due tonight, so just
Okay.
finishing up. It's a quest, so it's like a quest class. So you just kind of go at your own pace, and I kind of didn't do a whole lot during the season,
Right.
to be honest. So this last week and a half, really this last week has been kind of wild for me, but
Gotcha.
getting it done.
Just I saw you guys had the stole ceremony and everything. Just how cool was that to kind of have that moment with your teammates?
It was amazing. It was really cool, being able to, all the athletes, the senior athletes graduating, this fall, just be recognized. It's cool to see, that this accomplishment, I look back, thinking, wow, I never thought, I'd graduate from college, and, I just thought the time would never come. I just thought the years would just slow down a little bit, and It's so crazy that it's all here right in my face now. So, but it was really cool, being able to see, especially the guys that I play with, just being able to see that we accomplished, graduating from the University of Wyoming. So it was really cool.
I forget, what's your degree in?
Social science.
Okay. Do you have any? Or I guess what got you interested in that in the first place, or just kind of what you got
I'm gonna be honest here. The thing that got me interested in it was that it got me graduated at this point, right now, because I was in criminal justice, before this, which I was really interested in. I really wanted to do that, but something happened along the way with classes and stuff, and I wasn't gonna be able to graduate until the spring. And that wasn't how my plans, that I wanted to work out that way. I didn't want things to, I didn't want to have to stay back another semester because, I got other plans that I'm looking forward to doing. So this kind of, could get me done right now. So it's kind of how I jumped into it.
Gotcha. I guess long term, do you have any ideas of, some stuff you'd like to do with that degree or anything?
I don't know
in
specifically.
General?
I don't know specifically, a lot of the jobs that entail that, because, if, once my football career, comes completely concluded, I think I want to go into college coaching. So
okay.
I've been around the sport since, I was 5-6 years old, and it's been one of the best parts of my entire life. So I can't imagine not being around it in some, fashion. So I think I'll go that route.
Gotcha. What will you be up to next semester? Would be back home training? Or
yeah.
what?
So I'm as I mentioned, that's why the whole criminal justice thing really didn't work out for me, because I have really one shot my entire life to give my football career my aspirations to play at the next level. So I'm gonna go train. Still trying to figure out all the plans for that for the next couple months, but I'll definitely be training for that. And if it works out, that would be amazing. My mom said it best. God's either gonna open another door for me in football, or He's gonna slam it shut. And that puts me at peace, because like I mentioned, I've played the sport since I was 6. If God's telling me your time's up, then I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every bit of it since I was 6. So.
Have you looked into agents and stuff like that yet, or is that
kind of just just talking,
Yeah.
just still in that talking stage right now, with trying to figure out who to work with, and then where to go train. So that all that's kind of just, I'm not really, the hard thing is for me is, I know that's coming up here soon for me, but really my main focus right now is, this next game coming up, enjoying my last little bit of time here. So it's really hard to juggle it all, because I really just want to enjoy this bit of time here and go out and, end with a win on the season.
Is that process different at all, for fullbacks, since, maybe not every team has fullback, or are you looking at any, position switches or anything like that, or
No,
how does that go for you?
No, I definitely would not do a position switch. I'm definitely going to use, snapping, as an advantage for me. I think that'll definitely, definitely it's just another thing in my back pocket that, I can bring to the table. So, but no, I would never, like I mentioned, if my time's up, my time's up. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every bit of it. But yeah, I'm gonna stick to my roots, so, because that's, what I'm known best as. So I think that's my best chances.
Gotcha. Were you planning to use the snapping even before you kind of got thrown into that this year? Was that always the plan a little bit to say you could do that?
Yeah, I was, just because, I look back at, the last few years, I didn't snap in any games or anything, but, it's something that I always, still was capable of doing. And I knew, as you mentioned, fullbacks, there's not every team uses them. I mean, it's not the most glamorous position. So, it's limited to be able to do that. But, no, I was definitely going to bring snapping to the table as well, either if this season, the way it went with snapping, had gone this way or not.
Will you be coming back up for pro day in the spring?
I will.
Okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
I will.
Obviously you won't be here, but in the spring, it'll be the first time in 4 years that they're kind of, looking for a new fullback, stuff like that. How confident are you in the group of guys that are here that they'll be able to, kind of fill that role?
Oh, I'm so confident in every single one of those guys. Especially myself, I get to practice with those guys every day. I get to be in the film session every day. I've seen the growth that those guys have made, over the years that we've all been here together, and it's tremendous, how far, each individual one of the guys have come. So I'm like really looking forward, for them to just even get some more time under their belt and getting out there. But yeah, I trust every single one of those guys. I think they're all more than capable of doing that job. So I'm excited for them.
I think I heard somebody mention, are you up for some award? Is that anything you know about? Or
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe not that I'm aware of yet.
Spoil the surprise.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess, going to this bowl game, just what's it mean to you to get to finish your college career and, in this sort of setting?
It's bittersweet. I've been, especially now, I'm under a week from Laramie being my home. I'm under a week of practices here, under a week of meetings and lifting here. It's just, I like just so much this week. I've just sat back and just thought about my time here, and it's just, I can't even fathom that, my time up, is under a week away. It's just weird to me. I never, I look back when I first came here, back in June in 2013, and I was like, wow, I got so many years more of football left, and it's like, where did it all go?
Right.
So it's, I don't know, my emotions kind of are all over the place right now. I just, one moment I'm really happy, I'm really excited, and then the next I'm thinking wow, I'm packing up my room already. I'm just moving things out. So it's weird. It's but all good things have to come to an end. So I know it's my time is up, and it'll be a bittersweet moment. But I'm really excited to get out there. I mean, I've said this many times. There's nothing like Saturdays out there on the field with my my brothers out there, and every second I'm out there, I'm gonna just take everything in. So it'll be a fun moment.
I guess how have practices been so far? I know is it tough to kind of keep the same level of intensity when you have such a big gap between two games like that?
Not really, because everybody, we know what we're practicing for. We know we're trying to go out there and end the season on a win, end the season on a high note. So everybody's got that edge to them that we just want to end this season right. We have in the last couple games haven't been the best for us, and we just know that we're not going to end the season on a loss. And just that competitive edge, it's been here all season long. We're in postseason now, and I still see the same amount of energy and enthusiasm out there on the field that I did in week one. So that's definitely promising to see.
When you mentioned maybe snapping at the next level, have you talked to Brendan at all about going through that process?
Oh my man, I love when I get to talk about him. Yeah, actually I talk to Brendan almost not every day, but we talk all the time, and we've talked about snapping quite a bit. I've kind of gotten tips from him hey, what do I how should I go about it? Is there any camps I should go to, for snapping and stuff? So, yeah, me and Brendan have definitely been in the talks about it, I told him wherever I go, I'm going to fly him out, and he can be my, my snapping coach for me. But, yeah, no, it's definitely been something that we have gone through quite explicitly. So,
are you hoping to, potentially even just get, a full-time snapping job? Would you be up for that, or is it just a thing where you're letting teams know that you can always be that emergency guy?
I would definitely, any chance that I get to, play at the next level, those aspirations that I had as a 6-year-old, any way that I can make that happen, our coaches always say it's their first way on the bus is special teams, and if that's my role, then that's my role. That's plenty fine by me, and I would definitely, be accepting of that.
And long term, you mentioned wanting to coach. Have you talked much to guys that coaches at UW, or have any of those guys kind of made you even more interested in that?
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of my high school coaches, kind of just because I've kind of gone back and forth with either being a high school coach or college coach. So yeah, I've definitely talked quite a bit about my options in high school with my coaches back there, and then me and Coach Bath have we've talked limited about it. I want to sit down and probably get a little bit more in depth with him as my time's winding down, so maybe have that conversation in the next few days. But yeah, we've definitely talked about it back and forth a little bit.
Gotcha. What led you to decide on college?
Just I've seen now that I've played both high school and college, I've seen kind of I'm trying to just, what am I looking for, just kind of how things are. And in high school, those coaches are still great mentors of mine and everything. But in college, I just these coaches have became part of my family, and they've I'm not even that far away from home, but just the acceptance and the things that they've done for me, that is something that I want to do. I want to help when I'm older and down in life. I want to help younger men you know, becoming the best person they can be. And that's what these coaches have done for me my entire time here. They've made me so much more of a better person than I was when I first came here. So I think that's something that I really, you know, aspire to do with my life.